everybody. Welcome back to Crafts by KMW. Thank you so much for clicking on this video to watch it. I truly appreciate it, and I hope you will enjoy it as much as I know I'm gonna enjoy making it, because I just got the brand spanking new book from Kerby Rosanes, Dark Fairy Tales, Color Sinister Stories. I got home from work, I saw the book at my door, I ripped it open, looked through it really quickly, and then sat down to make this video. This book, I'm probably gonna keep gushing over it throughout the whole video, and I hope you don't get sick of me. But I can't even tell you how exquisite it is, and you will see for yourself. Like, this is a true artist quality coloring book. Like, these images are true works of art. And I would say that if you're someone who just loves beautiful illustrations and you're not a colorist, you could get this book and just look through it and keep it and admire the images without coloring them at all. They are just that amazing. I think this is my favorite Kerby Rosanes book. Aside from Worlds Within Worlds, I love that book as well, and I'm actually actively coloring in it. But this, I think, is just like next level. Wait till you see some of these pages. They are gorgeous. So if you have other Kerby Rosanes books, the book is pretty much the same format. I believe it's about 10 and a half inches square, and the cover is nice and thick. I really like this color. I love how it includes some of the illustrations from the book. Really gorgeous. The cover is matte and has like a texture to it. I don't remember the other books having this texture. Maybe I'm just crazy, I don't know. But the cover is really nice. And then the back cover gives you another illustration from the book and gives you a little blurb about it. So I'm gonna read this. Explore the wicked side of folktales in this brand new collection from the best-selling illustrator Kerby Rosanes. Welcome to the bewitching world of Kerby Rosanes, where classic fairy tales come with a sinister twist, and there are no happily ever afters. Filled with 60 all-new, super detailed illustrations of twisted enchantments and dystopian worlds, this coloring book features Kerby's favorite foreboding stories and fairy tale characters from around the world. From the popular to the lesser known, rendered in their darkest forms. The final pages tell the stories behind each spellbinding creation that will inspire you to create your own haunting interpretations. Prepare to be immersed in the dark magic of folklore as you bring each story to life with color. Ooh, just gives me shivers. I am so excited about this book. And I am probably going to start coloring in it tonight. As I said, I just got it today. I got mine from Amazon. I did the pre-order. Today is Tuesday, March 18th. I'm not sure if today was the release date. I don't think it was. I think it might have been like March 12th or 13th, something like that. But it just dropped. So it is truly brand new, and I am so stoked for this book. So let's start digging into it. So this is the title page. And I love that on almost every page in Kerby's books, there's something to color. And I do color everything that I possibly can. So I will color this. I'm really excited about it. You could do it just like the front cover, or you could do your own spin on it. Then you have the This Book Belongs To book. And I will tell you that this book was very easy to like break the spine in. So some people refer to it as breaking the spine, cracking the spine. So that way you can get the whole page. So I do that every couple of pages, and it allows you to be able to get into the center much easier. And then you have the copyright page with this beautiful border. And then you get another little blurb that gets you excited to start digging into the book. Venture down the forbidden forest path, if you dare. Experience the dark magic of fairy tales as you never have before. Stories alive with foreboding drama, beastly enchantments, and cold-blooded assassins. Ooh, I just love it. It gives me chills. Each intricate illustration has been crafted with fine liner pens and can be colored in any way you like. Find out more information about each fairy tale at the back of the book. So I'm just going to flip back there real quick and show you. So here is the about the fairy tales section. So you have a header, which you can color, which I love. And then he tells you what all the fairy tales are, what page they start on. The pages in the book are not numbered, but once you start with Rapunzel on pages 6 and 7, it's pretty easy to follow through. And then he gives you all of the information about the fairy tales. Now, some of these I had absolutely never heard of before and had no idea about the fairy tale. So some of the blurbs I'm going to read to you, but I'm not going to read all of them because I think that part of the fun of getting books like this is being able to dig through it and read about the fairy tales yourself. So I'm only gonna read the blurbs for a few of them, the really obscure ones. All right, so we get to the beginning, and I went through and wrote the name of each fairy tale on the first page so I didn't have to keep flipping back and forth. I thought that would be kind of distracting. So here's Rapunzel, and some of these are just a double page spread, and then others are 2 double page spreads. So I think that's really cool. And there's even some that are horizontal, which is really awesome as well. I'm not going to talk too much about the paper. If you have used Kerby's books before, the paper is exactly the same. It is nice and thick. It is what I would say a medium weight cardstock. It's bright white. There's not a whole lot of tooth to it. It's pretty smooth, but it does not have like a coating on it. So pretty much any supply that you have works on this paper. Wax pencils, oil-based, markers, chalk pastels, paint, gelatos, anything you can throw at it works really well on this paper. And the paper is thick enough to withstand wet media. You do want to be a little bit careful on how much water you actually use. Like, you don't want to saturate it, but if you just use it normally and thoughtfully, the paper really doesn't buckle that much. And if you do get even a little bit of buckling, you can flatten it out by just keeping the book closed for a while. So this paper and Kerby's books are really amazing to use with all of your art supplies. All right, so this illustration is really lovely. And as you can see what happens to people who try to get to Rapunzel. Not very good things at all. So next we have the red shoes. I do not know this fairy tale very well at all. I know it is about a little girl that gets some red shoes, but in Kerby's version, as she dances, she kind of whittles away into nothingness. And I just think This is, although dark, a really exquisite illustration. And this will probably be one of the first ones that I will do. There's a lot of these that I absolutely love, so you're gonna hear me say that more than once. But this one, I know I'm gonna start coloring quickly because it is just hauntingly beautiful. And I love the background. It's so gothic with all of these really ornate like gravestones and buildings. Just so beautiful. So next is Bluebeard, and this is the first one that is 2 double page spreads. I am not really experienced with the story of Bluebeard, but I think these are absolutely lovely illustrations. This door is amazing. I wish I could have a door like that for real because it would just be the most gorgeous door ever. And there's so many things you could do with this. You could use metallics and make it look really sparkly and shiny. You could make it look like wood. You can make it look like stone, like marble. So much you can do with this. It'll be so much fun to color. And then here is the last 2 pages. Just beautiful. So next we have Peter Pan. I am not a huge fan of Peter Pan, but I do like Kirby's take on it. I love how Captain Hook is getting his just desserts and his comeuppance in this one. I love it. I'm not sure how I feel about Peter Pan being portrayed as kind of an evil character. I like him as the innocent, sweet character he is in the original, but I really do like how the story ends with Captain Hook getting what he deserves. And again, just a gorgeous illustration. So much you can do with all of these faces and the smoke around them. Just absolutely stunning. So next is Sinbad the Sailor. I'm not super familiar with that one, but I like Kirby's take. Sinbad is not in a good position, and there's a lot of really cool stuff going on. I love the pirate skeleton up there. This one will look really cool as well. So this is a Little Mermaid. This is another 2 double page spreader. I absolutely adore this one. This one is gorgeous. I will color this early on. This is absolutely stunning. I just love that one. And I think it'll be so cool with the water and the image to make that look really, really lovely. I'm excited about that one. And then here we have the end. Kind of looks like she's tricking him here. She knows what's gonna happen if she brings him in the water with her. These remind me of those like mer people that are in that one Harry Potter movie, and they creeped me out in there. So yeah, these are really creepy. Nothing good is gonna happen to the poor prince. So next we have the Ugly Duckling. Again, not one of my favorite fairy tales, but I love Kirby's take. So here the Ugly Duckling gets his revenge on everybody, and I love that. I think that is so cool. So next we have the Snow Queen. Again, one that I don't really know, but this will be stunning. And I know a lot of people are kind of afraid to do snow, but there's really a lot you can do with snow. If you use like icy blues, light blues, purples, like lilacs, light purples, or grays, or a combination of 2 or all of them, you can get some really amazing looks. So this is going to be fun to try that on. And then here we have Little Red Riding Hood. And this one I love because he did it in a darker, thicker style than normal. And I think that is really cool. It gives a lot of like moodiness and darkness to the images. And I think it's nice because you can color this in a way where the detail still shines through. I think this would be a great page, or both of them actually, to use markers with, because with markers you might get to see some of the detail through. So I love this. I think these are really, really cool. And I absolutely love this. I love this page, especially this one. She got the wolf. So, and I love that she did it and not the huntsman. So that is really cool. Girl power. Love it. So next we have the Three Little Pigs. This is probably my least favorite illustration in the book. I'm not a huge fan of the fairy tale, but I don't know. There's just something I don't know. This one just doesn't strike my fancy, but I will definitely color it, and I think it will look lovely. I think I don't like the pigs. I don't know. But I like how the wolf, there's a lot you can do with him, with all of the details and things that are in his fur, like the little stones and rocks. I think that is really neat. So next is La Llorona. I had never heard of this one. And so I thought this would be one that I would read to you. So this is from Mexico. So La Llorona tells a story of a woman who grows jealous of her sons, as her husband treats them more affectionately than her. In a fit of rage, she drowns her sons in a nearby river. Horror fills her when she realizes what she's done, and she drowns herself. The woman's ghost, now called La Llorona, is condemned to wander the earth searching for her lost sons. She is identified by her wailing cries, "Mis hijos, donde están mis hijos?" My sons, where are my sons? I hope I did the Spanish justice. I never took Spanish, I took French, but these are pretty easy words. It is said that she appears when children stay out late or to steal children from their mothers, mistaking them for her own. Kerby captures the horror, terror, and grief underpinning the story in this haunting composition. I really like this one. I love coloring Day of the Dead, makeup, and sugar skulls, so I will definitely color this one early on. I love it. It's beautiful. And then you have the other side with the poor sons that got drowned. This is a really lovely illustration. So next we have Ibong Adarna, and this one is one I didn't know either, so I thought I would share this one with you. So this is a folktale from the Philippines. A king falls ill and believes that the enchanting song of the Adarna bird can heal him. The king's 3 sons embark on a quest to Mount Tabor to capture the bird. The eldest princes, Don Pedro and Don Diego, are unsuccessful. When the bird song reaches their ears, they fall asleep and turn to stone. The youngest prince, Don Juan, manages to capture the bird, but when he revives his brothers, they grow jealous of his success and throw him into a well. The older princes return home with the bird, but it refuses to sing. An old man heals Don Juan. When the young prince returns to the kingdom, the bird finally sings, and the king's health is restored. Kerby leans into the dangerous elements of the story, focusing on the prince's treacherous journey and the bird's formidable power. So this is one that is vertical instead of horizontal. So here is the first page, and then the bottom. So this is going to be really cool. If you have a large set of pencils, like a 250, or I have the Brotfuner 520. I know Color makes a 520. You can use all of your greens and really make all of this flora and fauna look exquisite. And then here's the second page. Wow, the bird's feathers are amazing. And this will be fun to color all of these stone people. I think that'll be really neat to get use of your grays. So next is Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. I'm not overly accustomed with this one, but I know a little bit about it. I think Alibaba is one of these guys down here. And I think this is cool. Coloring like monsters like this are really neat. Coloring the scales and all of these skulls. I tend to color skulls either with like white and grays or white and beiges. I think it might be neat to use some different shades on some of these. So next we have The Adventures of Pinocchio. I love this one. I don't like Pinocchio, he's creepy, but I love the overall look of this illustration. I mean, this border is gorgeous and there's so much you can do with it. You could make it colorful, you could make it look like stone, you could make it look like silver or gold, you could make it look like wood, so many choices. And I think the illustration would look really cool in monotone colors like black and white, like blacks and grays, or sepia, brown tones. So I think this is going to be a fun one to maybe do a little experimenting on. So next we have Sleeping Beauty, and this is another 2 double page spreader. A lot going on in here as well. She just looks really evil. And then this is one of my favorites. I love the double page, but I love this page. This one is one I will do early on too. She is just hauntingly gorgeous. That is just so beautiful. I love that page. So next we have the Glass Mountain. This is one that I'm not familiar with, but this is going to be really fun to color. There's so much you can do to get the mountain look like glass. You could use blues, grays. I actually have some mirror markers that I bought from, I believe, Amazon that actually look like mirror. So I'm excited to maybe use that on some of the smaller shards. I think it'll look really neat, add some depth to the page. And then we have a lot of skull guys and hands. Be fun to do those in different colors and make them look really creepy. So next we have Cinderella. This is another one that I absolutely love that I will color early on, especially this page. I just love how hauntingly beautiful that is. I mean, that the floor is so detailed, gonna look so pretty colored. And these chandeliers, there's a lot you could do with them. You could use metallics or like glaze pens from Jelly Roll to get that raised kind of metal look. So this is gonna be one I will definitely color early on. So here we have The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. This is another 2 double page spreader. So here we have the tornado, we have our characters, which look terrifying. And then we have the scene where Dorothy melts or drowns the Wicked Witch of the West. I really like how he treated this with lots and lots of detail. You can really see what's going on in this scene. The movie, you kind of see what happens, but it goes by pretty fast, and Wicked the musical really doesn't address it at all. It's done behind a curtain, and you really don't get to see any of it. I'm interested to see how the Wicked Part 2 movie addresses this, and if they elongate it or give it more detail and presence in the books. I think this is amazing. So next is Aladdin and the Wonderful Lamp. So it looks as though Aladdin has tamed the genie. Kind of interesting. Boy, does he not look very happy. This will be nice to use dark, rich jewel tones and a lot of gold. I think that'll look really pretty on that page. So next is Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Poor Goldilocks, but I don't know. She looks like she's ready for a fight. The bears look terrifying. I would not want to be in her shoes. So next we have Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. This is another 2 double page spreader. And here we have another vertical. So we have the top. Love all these rabbits. I think that'll look really cool to do them in different colors. Like I could see them in like pastels. I think that would be really fun. This page just absolutely blows me away. So let me show you kind of all together. So much detail. I can't even imagine how long this page took to draw. Here we have the Cheshire Cat and just all the details. Again, this is going to look absolutely amazing colored, and this will probably be one that I start working on relatively early. And then here is the other page. Love this. Here we have the Queen, we have the Mad Hatter, and poor Alice, nothing good is going to happen to her. All these amazing characters to color, I think are just awesome too. Next we have Snow White and Red Rose, not a fairy tale I'm super familiar with, but I love this illustration. This is going to be gorgeous, so much fun to color. I'm excited to do that one. I'm not sure if this is a bear or a wolf, and I'm not sure who this guy is. I'm not sure if he's supposed to be a 7 dwarf, one of the 7 dwarfs. I don't know. I guess I might have to read the fairy tale now to find out and give this some context. So next we have the Pied Piper of Hamelin. So I think this is a really cool one as well, and you can do a lot with the eyes on these people. You can make them look kind of glassy or grayish. You can give them like a red glow as if they're possessed. There's a lot you can do with that. I think this will look lovely. So next we have the Nutcracker and the Mouse King. This is another double one. So this tree is exquisite. That's going to look so pretty colored. And I love this Nutcracker too. That is beautiful. And then we have the next page. I'm not super excited about coloring all these rats, but I think they will look cool. And this is, again, just a lovely page. Look great colored. So next we have Rumpelstiltskin. She is just amazing. And I like that she has a lot of fire and flames, because that's another element that I don't feel that I get really realistic. So I think this will be fun to challenge myself to make the flames look good. And I don't love the spiders, but I think this is an amazing page. So next we have the boy who had an eating match with a troll. I'd never heard of this one, and actually I had to read the title in the back twice to like make sure I wasn't reading it wrong, because it just doesn't sound like a real fairy tale name, but it is. And it is from... It is from Norway. So basically, this boy meets up with a troll, and the only way he can get out of it is to kind of beat the troll at something. So he tricks him by pretending to eat things. He puts like a bag under his shirt to make it look like he can eat more, and you can see all of the amazing detail on the other side of this gorgeous image. And he does beat the troll and gets to go home. So interesting. I think I might want to look up this fairy tale and see if I can read it. It sounds kind of cool. And this illustration is just amazing. Can't wait to color it. So next we have the Beauty and the Beast. This is another 2 double-page spreader. So the Beast looks just absolutely beastly. You can tell there's going to be no romance in this retelling of the Beauty and the Beast. And then on the next double page spread, we see how Beauty has handled him. She has beheaded him. So there's no love story at the end here, and he does not turn back into a prince. I just love it. So next we have the Little Match Girl. This is also one that I am not familiar with, so I thought I would read this one to you. So this one is a Danish fairy tale. A poor young girl wanders the streets barefoot on a cold New Year's Eve, trying to sell matches to passers-by. Desperate to stay warm, she lights a match to warm herself. In the match's flame, she sees a vision, a warm stove. She lights a second match and sees a table laden with Christmas treats. And the third match shows a beautiful Christmas tree. Lighting a fourth match, she sees her kind grandmother who has passed away. She continues lighting the matches to keep the vision of her grandmother alive. Her grandmother hugs her and she feels less cold and alone. The next morning, the girl is found frozen to death with a smile on her face and burnt out matches scattered around her. Kerby captures the longing of the girl and the shadowy darkness that will envelop her in death. Oh, what a sad story. I think I actually have heard of that story before, but I didn't know it was called The Little Match Girl. But this will be lovely too. You can really do a lot to get the light of the flame. And here you have the images, her grandmother, the food, the tree, and then death here to take her away. Lovely, lovely image. So next we have Puss in Boots. Being a cat lover, I don't I don't love the idea of a cat eating all these people, but I think this is a cool illustration and I will have fun coloring it. Obviously, Puss in Boots is not the guy that we know in the original story. I'm excited to color the cat too because I'm trying to work on coloring fur more realistically. Fur really takes a lot of layers and a lot of colors and thus a lot of time. And it's just something that I am not all that jazzed about. I like to color elements and get done with it and not keep adding layers and taking a lot of time. But I'm trying to change that because I really want to get a realistic look of fur. So this is one I'm interested to color and really see if I can get the fur look realistic and dark and realistic. So that should be fun to do. So next we have Hansel and Gretel. So I like this one as well. I love, here we have the beautiful, sweet, bright, colorful cottage. And then we have the flip side of it. I can almost see it like flipping in my mind. And then here we have this wonderful image of how Hansel and Gretel handled the witch. Love it. So fun. And then I think this is the last one. This is Jack and the Beanstalk. So I'm not exactly sure if this is supposed to be a horizontal one or if it's supposed to flip to be a vertical one. It kind of looks good horizontal, so I'm not 100% sure. I think it could look good. I'm not sure if it would be flipped this way or the other way. I don't know, but I think I'm just gonna think of this as a horizontal one. So he is just really cool. And again, you have a lot of opportunity to use your greens in this and get lots of different shades used. So I'm excited about that one. And then you get to the little blurbs about each fairy tale. So that is the book. I hope you enjoyed the flip through. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I've gotten so many ideas now on things I want to do on the pages, and what supplies I want to use and how I want to color certain things. So I am really jazzed to start coloring in this book. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. What are some of your favorite fairy tales or pages from in here? If you have the book already, if you want to get it, let me know. I do think this book is good for all levels, and even if you're a beginner, I think this would be a great book to get because of the detail. So don't shy away from it even if you're just starting out, because the detail really helps you know where to put your color and where to put your lighter shades and dark shades. So give it a try. So thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on Instagram. You can join my Facebook group if you'd like. I'd love to see some of your finished pages if you have this book, so you can post them on my Facebook page. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment as well. Really helps me with the algorithm and to grow my channel. So again, thank you so much. I hope you have a fantastic day, week, and I also hope you have an amazingly crafty day and week. Thank you so much. See you next time.